One of the really exciting rare airplanes that we have here at Fantasy of Flight is the P-51C Mustang. There are only 4 of these original airplanes in existence, and this is the only one that flies. I did it up to honor the Tuskegee Airmen, who were the black fighter pilots that flew for America in World War II. They're a great bunch of guys. I know many of them. I've been to their annual conventions. I was very honored to paint it up in their colors. They had a reunion here several years ago. We got a chance to honor and fly the airplane in front of them. It's a great display airplane here. People love it when I fly it on weekends here at Fantasy of Flight, and I hope it's going to fly for many, many more years. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Hey, welcome to Fantasy of Flight. My name's Kermit Weeks, and this is my place here. Not only do I get to fly all these cool airplanes, but I get to share my passion and good fortune with you as well. The airplane I'm going to fly today, I think, is the sexiest and the neatest sounding airplane that came out of World War II. It was built by North American. It's called a P-51 Mustang. This is the most originally restored P-51. The Mustang, it's got to be the greatest engine propeller sounding combination. And a P-51 flies by and everybody's hair stands up on the back of their neck. There's no sound like it. Somebody's got to do it. I think it's interesting being in the position to be able to afford and collect these airplanes and to be able to not only fly them, but the biggest aspect of my personal satisfaction is being able to share my wealth and my passion with other people. It's very heartwarming for me to know that we've made a difference. Somebody's enjoyed what we've offered here. People have been touched by what we're trying to do. And that really encourages me to continue forward on this big dream that I have of what we're trying to create here. Thank you all for coming. Tell your friends. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
We've got a P-40, Curtiss P-40 here that we just restored. It's the only dual control P-40 left on the planet that was built by the factory. They only built 30 or 40 during the war. This is the only one that flies.
The P-40 that we're going to test flight here flew with an Allison engine, V12. Liquid-cooled design. It was used in a variety of different airplanes. When we did the restoration of this airplane, we had one of our engines overhauled and placed in the aircraft, but Kermit flew it for a few months that way, but we had some problems with that initial engine because the rings on the pistons weren't seating correctly, and we were getting oil being blown by and through the exhaust system. What that was doing, that was actually heating up the oil, getting the temperatures of the engine too high, and actually getting the oil very dirty. And after a couple flights, Kermit was getting really concerned about the high temperatures and not wanting to take it any long distances.
Yeah, this is a great airplane on takeoff. Power, man, power.
Every shot. Pick up some dirt, man. It's great.
I
we're gonna be eating P-40 there for a minute. You got a little sideways there. Yeah, that was a bit of a little slide there, man.
Okay, fantasy to Kermit.
Yeah, this is Kermit. Everything's looking good so far.
Okay, you want to go ahead and read off those temperatures now to us?
Yeah, the oil temp is about 82 degrees centigrade. Not sure if it's settled in yet.
Okay, fantasy to Kermit. What's your radiator temp?
Great, 95 degrees.
Okay, good. That sounds good too. Fantasy to Kermit. Yeah, what do you got for your fuel pressure? So we got all four then.
17 psi, right in the middle of the green.
Okay, that's okay too, right? Well, Kermit, sounds like we finally got that problem solved.
I'll come by and make a couple of passes.
Stupid birds. Yeah, you scared a bird or two there.
They scare me.
That was fun, huh?
And they go right back.
Looking good.
Looks like he's having fun now.
I've only been up in it once, man.
Really?
No, twice. The second time it started to overheat.
Yeah.
It was a short
last
flight.
Last time I flew it was that way too.
It's too bad.
Yeah, I've been up in it 5 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Special Ken.
Running good.
It's a little rough on the ground. I don't know if that's just normal.
Yeah, no, it's running good. The oil temp's a little warmer, and I think I'd like, but man, it's so much better than the other engine.
Yeah.
What was that
No,
warp
it was a
on
mess.
takeoff? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I pulled the throttle back, quartering downwind.
He started coming
takeoff.
towards us. We're getting ready to run.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Well, I was looking at the panel, taking off, and I thought, well, I pulled the throttle back, and it started coming around.
You got our attention.
Got your attention. The last time I flew this plane, we had an engine problem that kept getting steadily worse. The oil temperature was just way beyond what it should be. We could fly it locally here for airplane of the day for 15 minutes, but if we really wanted to go anywhere or go do a photo shoot, we were having a problem. I've got a lot of Allison engines that I collected. We pulled one out of storage. They were brand new, and we just put it in there, and this engine's running great, so I'm really happy with this one.
This is a lot of the Allison engines that we have in stock. Mr. Weeks purchased these about 25 years ago, and actually they went up for auction because there was some people that wanted these engines back about 25 years ago. The hydroplane racers and the tractor pull guys were using Allison engines for power, and it was cheap because they could get these things cheap. But what they were doing with the engines, they'd stick them in these things and just run them redline and just blow the engines up. So that was for us not a good thing. So Kermit bought all of them. I think the initial batch was like 50 engines that they had for sale at this auction. He bought them all and he's held them for all this time. And then he refused to sell them to the hydroplane guys, and they kind of ruffled some feathers. But but we wanted them for the engines, for the airplanes, because that's what they're for. And we've hold them in stock for our airplanes, and then also we sell them to other people who use the same engine. Because the P-40, also the P-30 Lightning, the early A model Mustang, and the P-39 all use the same power plant.